take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition.
Today, from Orlando, Florida, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Wizards taking on the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Orlando Wizards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
Cook, the ball carrier.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 15 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
3rd and 6.
One, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's Josh running back complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 38-yard line.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. With that, he'll equal his receiving yards from a week ago. We're just in the first quarter. And that's a first down as well. They'll run with Montgomery. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Chicago.
Allen Robinson. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. He'll try. 10, 5, and they get this. Inside Chicago's 10. 4 So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his fourth touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
John Brown set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
It's second down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start the drive with Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 33.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Orlando first.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quarterback taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Complete to Dalvin.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply...
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
Bears 7.
Kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Washington. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it in low. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Across midfield inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st down and 10. At their own 20.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 9 now. That's caught by Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. 16 yards, a 1st down. They'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Complete. Jefferson to target. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Fires one, it's intercepted.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The man is Kmet, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
To Cole Kmet. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 7.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw now on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now left side, a completion is tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. And I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he took the contact. on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Down to the 25. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw here. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
So now the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. That's complete right side to Komet. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21.
Today,
But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we win. They had one final play in that one-score game.